Hi everyone, it's Fay here. How are you doing this week? This week here we have had really hot weather and we've also had massive floods. So to talk about extremes. So in this video I wanted to just come on and talk to you in a sense about acknowledging nature because this is, if you like, that first step to take to open ourselves up to the support of the natural world. So if you are super experienced in all of this will be a lovely reminder for you. And if you are beginning your kind of plant spirit journey, if you're, one of the first questions, I suppose, if you are just really unsure about where to start, then this will help you, because one of the questions I'm asked all the time, and one of the things which I think, if you like, trips us up when we're starting out on this path and knocks our confidence, is that we firstly always think, it's like maybe a human trait, we think we're doing it wrong, we think we don't know how to do it, and that can actually stop us from doing something which is, supernatural. Actually, meaning it is very natural, but maybe it's supernatural too. I don't know. Anyway, so as usual, I'm going to share an exercise which is in my book, Plants That Speak, Souls That Sing. So this is my first book, and it's available in all the usual places, as well as also in audio format, which is brilliant because then you can listen to many of the exercises while you are out in nature with the plants and the trees and everything. So this is an exercise which is from chapter 5, co-creating with nature, and the exercise is acknowledging nature. So yes, as I've said, so this is the first step in diving through that portal, crossing that invisible the veil, if you like, between us and our kind of inside life and that outside world which is constantly communicating with us. So right now where I am, the rose bush around me, I have a massive eucalyptus tree which is over me here, a beautiful Korean pine here, 3 maples there. I'm surrounded by the green world, and if you get yourself outside, start realizing that you are too. If you get yourself to a local park or your back garden or a forest or a beach, and also opening to the sounds of nature, the birds that I can hear, and creatures rustling in the bushes and so on. So there is this natural world around us is in constant communication, and what we need to do, and you've heard me say this again and again, but the first thing we need to do is just get out of this head space and into the heart space. Okay, so for this exercise I suggest you take yourself for a walk out in nature. Okay, leave your phone or turn off your phone. Well, actually, you won't be able to turn off your phone if you're listening to this, but you know what I mean. Just get out of the headspace, remove distractions, just allow yourself to sort of go out into a lovely space in nature where you can drop into this space, your heart space, that is kind of making the first step towards consciously communicating with this world that is communicating to you. And just once you get outside, one of the things that we can't do when we, if you like, one of the things which trips us up again when we start out is we want to rush stuff. We're kind of going through tick boxes of, right, I'm doing this, check, 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 next thing. And it's like, no. Okay, you just got to chill out. Okay, we've got to get into the heart space and just kind of breathe. There's nothing better for us than actually just getting outside and taking a deep breath. And my most clear insight and wisdom and communication and that loving sort of vibration that I receive from the plant world always comes when I'm kind of in that beautifully relaxed space of just, soaking it up, rather than in a kind of space which has a mission of, I really need to go and speak to that eucalyptus tree today. I'm looking for some wisdom and some healing. You just so allow yourself to land when you get outside. Take a deep breath. And if you're listening live, which I know some of you are, then you can do this with me. It's an exercise out in nature. So or listen on the replay and get yourself out in nature. So firstly, just allow yourself to land outside as you get there and mentally arrive in this space where you are, and then drop your awareness down into beautiful heart space. Okay, and as you breathe, just really breathe deeply into your whole body, and you're going to really be focusing on the heart space. So, and as you exhale, breathing in and out, just allowing yourself to more deeply arrive in this beautiful space in nature where you find yourself, and getting further and further into the natural world, away from the busyness of your day, and just really just taking deep breaths in and out, allowing yourself to just relax more and more into the space of the natural world. While you have been running about your day, ticking things off your list, buzzing around on social media, shopping and all that sort of stuff, the natural world has just been getting on with its job. The flowers have been growing, the grass has been growing, the trees have just been going through all their complex processes in a very quiet and calm way. So what we're doing now as we get out into nature is just getting into that wavelength, okay? And it takes a bit of time. So as I'm saying, don't rush your connections with nature. When we try and rush through, we're going to be disappointed. So really just allowing yourself to simply breathe out in nature, breathing into your whole body, allowing your shoulders to relax, allowing yourself to arrive, tuning into that awareness of how you feel in your body, how you feel when you're outside in nature, how different it is from being inside your home or your office, to and how it feels to just simply be outside. And it will obviously feel completely different on your skin, in your body, and emotionally. And so what we do at sort of the next step we do is, when we feel ready, is we do open our sense of awareness to all that is green and growing outside of you and that surrounds you. And so you can do this as you walk. You don't have to be sitting still like I am. You can do it as you're walking, because then you are just literally opening your eyes, your ears, and your sense of smell to everything which is green and growing around you. So, we're looking at the trees, the plants, the flowers, the weeds, the grass, anything that is just simply acknowledging it, seeing it, and looking at these things through fresh eyes. This is the backdrop. This is the nature that is supporting you and witnessing you. And just as you see and feel these beautiful plants around you, know that they also sense you through your vibration that you carry within you. You're an energy field of beautiful stuff buzzing around, and so are these beings around you, these green beings. So I love to, when we're doing this, we really come to that recognition, consciously becoming aware of, wow, okay, I'm surrounded by green intelligence here. Beings which are conscious, yet they don't appear to be moving. Beings which have such complex form that is so kind of beautiful and unique. And so there's so much similarities between us. And so moving into this space of awareness, recognizing that in the way that plants are, they are communicating in some way. And just let these kind of thoughts just permeate your being. And putting aside the mind which wants to judge, and kind of the mind that wants to go, yeah, I don't like that, or that's a bit weird, or there's a weed. We love to label things, we love to judge things. So just try and get into this space where you are simply kind of in awe of the natural environment that surrounds you, and really opening your wider senses. How does it make you feel to be in this, walking through this beautiful place in nature where you are? Noticing how you're feeling in your heart, how you're feeling in your body. And it's at this stage where I really just have to find a way that feels right to acknowledge somehow this connection between you and the natural world. Finding a way that says, I see you. You know, even though you're like, I don't really know how to communicate with you. I don't know necessarily what you're all about and how we're connected and what all this means. But you're finding a way to say, I see you. And, you know, normally for me, because I'm so in awe of the natural world and I find it incredibly beautiful and energizing, I'm usually kind of in awe. I'm like, ah. So I can't help but really have that vibration of gratitude and kind of thankfulness. And sometimes, you know, you might even want to say the word out loud to a plant, wow, you're amazing. Or, oh, goodness me, it feels so good to be in nature out here with you, witnessing me. Thank you for creating such a beautiful environment, you know. And if you have a garden or a favorite place in nature, that is just a beautiful kind of gift to express to the green space, is your heartfelt gratitude and love for it, for kind of being so wonderful. And it's easy if you have growing a vegetable garden, for example, this summer, because you're like, oh wow, another, you know, some more peas, some more zucchini, some tomatoes, and you're like, ah. And you know, this vibration in your energy field is really felt by the natural world around you. Okay. And you might wish to, I'm a very touchy-feely person, so for example, I can't resist, you know, touching the bark of a tree, or feeling the leaf of a plant to see if it's soft or hard or prickly, and so on, or even leaning down to smell a flower, for example. So, you know, and just so we're just feeling our way with all of this. But this I didn't want to go into kind of plant connection today. This is really just an exercise kind of in that acknowledging nature. And so really what we're doing at this stage is just that simple kind of nod to say, yep, I see you. Because just being in that space of recognition and kind of that understanding of, yeah, we're in this together, aren't we? I'm breathing the oxygen that the plants are producing, and they in turn are taking the carbon dioxide that I'm producing, and we're in this relationship on earth together. And so that's the space that we're in here. And when we're in that space, like I said, I move into this space of heartfelt gratitude and awe, and this really, really helps us to get into that space where we can communicate with plants, where we can connect with their intelligence and meet them where they are, okay? And we're getting out of that ego judgment space, and we are moving into this heart space, okay? So really that was all I was going to say. Take a walk out in nature, in your heart space, marvel at everything green and growing, and find a way somehow that feels right to you to express how it makes you feel. And it's always really interesting when you go back inside, like back to switching on the phone and plugging yourself back into social media or your job or your family and, you know, all that stuff. Just notice again the switch and how you feel when you're doing that, okay? Because there is a distinct difference between how we feel when we're out in nature to how we feel sometimes when we're in the four walls and the stress perhaps of the modern world. And obviously, you know, it's my ideal, my aim to be able to merge the two, so have bridge the gap between the two, so that we can bring this beautiful vibration and harmony that we sense in the natural world into our daily life, and kind of bringing the outside in, if you like, or creating more connection between the two worlds. So thank you for listening. This was an exercise from my book, Plants That Speak, Souls That Sing. And if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, fayjohnston.com, you'll see lots more videos of me sharing exercises like this. So post a comment and let me know how you are feeling when you take a walk out in nature, and let me know if this has been useful for you, and I can do more. Thank you. Bye.